Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to be walking you through your rehearsal week number 14, day number 1 assignment. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen with you like always so that you can follow along with the assignment as I'm going through the lesson. So you're going to see today we're going to be getting back into our parts of a play production assignments. We've done Winter's Tale for the last 2 weeks, and now we're jumping back into this. This week is the week of our show, so those students who have been able to participate in our class play will be doing their show on Friday of this week. And so I thought that it would be a great week to talk about publicity. So you'll find out in just a second what publicity is, but first we're going to go over our TEKs. This week we're going to be doing TEK 5C and 5D, which is demonstrating your knowledge of production elements in theater, film, television, and other media, and exploring career and vocational opportunities in theater. So we're going to be learning basically how does publicity come into the theater or play making process, number 1. And then number 2, you're going to be looking at different jobs in publicity that fit within the theater field. And so you're going to start out by entering your last name, comma, your first name, as always, and then selecting your theater class period. When you get onto the warm-up page, you're going to see there's going to be a little video there for you to use to keep track of how long you stretch, as well as the stretching exercises, the little illustration of the stretches that we do in our class routine. I'm going to go ahead and mark the ones that we do in our live session so that you can have an idea of what it is, what it is we do. And then, so if you can't do like the full routine, I understand you might not be able to, or you might be limited on space in your home. Try and do some stretches at your seat, such as neck rolls, shoulder raises, even some other, bigger arm stretches, anything to get that blood pumping a little bit more, and just get you to do a little bit of movement to start out the lesson. Then once you're done with that, you'll move on to your facial stretches. I recommend 3 to 5 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Sorry, I was getting my hand sanitizer because I'm about to touch my face. Your jaw massage, which you start at the back by your chin and work your way down towards, or by your ears. You start by your ears, work down towards your chin. Sorry, y'all, can't talk today. And then big face and little. And then you'll finish off your warm-up by saying a couple of tongue twisters, such as toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, and rubber baby buggy bumpers. And then you'll hit next. Once you're done, when you get onto our daily activity page, you'll see that today we're going to define the word publicity and learn about all the different types. And then you will create a sample publicity poster for our show. Now, we have made a sample poster for our show before, but today's poster is going to ask you for some very specific things. So that's going to make it a little bit different than other assignments we've done in the past. And so what is publicity? So just like it says, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see. Like it says on our slide, publicity is the giving out of information about a product, person, company, or event for advertising or promotional purposes. So basically the idea with publicity is you publicize things so that people will know about them. So for example, if you're having an event like our show, you want the audience to attend, especially because a lot of the time when you're having a big event like a theater play or something like that, there's usually money involved, ticket sales, those kind of things. And you want the more people who know about your show, the more likely they are to come. It's about generating interest so that you can have the best audience, the best crowd, and make ultimately the most profit off of your event or show. And so when it comes to publicity, a lot of times publicity has to do with advertising. And so advertising is like things that you see either in print or online, such as posters, trailers or commercials. Think of like for movies that you see on TV, there's always like the little preview that's called a trailer. Commercials, think about anything that is sold, food commercials, you know, commercials for stores like Target or Walmart or things like that. You see commercials advertising the business. Press releases and interviews, that stuff really goes for like printed resources such as like newspapers, other things like that, or articles online. And then the last major way that we're going to talk about is social media posts or hashtags. So, for example, like most of you probably know, we have our McNair Theater Instagram, and so that would be a way that we could publicize for our shows. And so these are kind of like the four main types. And so what you're going to do is you're going to watch this short video. The lady in the video is going to, again, go over these four types that I just went over and give you a little bit more detail about each one, show you some examples. And you'll answer these questions that follow. What are the four types of publicity outlined in the video? How many of the four types should you use if you are doing a show or play? What kind of social media can you use to publicize your show? And what are 7 important things you should do when you're publicizing a show? And so once you're done with the video, you're going to move on to activity 2. And so your activity 2 is going to be to make a show-worthy poster. And so now that you know about what makes publicity effective, you're going to make a poster that shows these 7 important elements that you should include whenever you're publicizing a show. So you should include who produced it, the title, the playwright, the performance dates and times, the location, the cost, if any, of the production and where they can buy tickets, and then the publisher of the play. So I've given you an example. This is going to be the poster or graphic that we're using for our show, The Curious Case of the Pop Star and Her Penguins. And so you're going to see I've labeled all those 7 things and where they are here on my poster. And so each arrow is pointing to exactly where it is. And so now you're going to make your own poster. You're going to make it for our show, The Curious Case of the Pop Star and Her Penguins. And you're going to be using this template that I've provided for you. When you click the link, it's going to ask you if you want to make a copy. So as usual, you'll click that blue button in order to make your copy. Once your copy has been created, you're going to make sure to add your name to this title. Once it loads, it's taking a little bit of time. And so it has your same instructions and directions here that I just went over. I have I have the example again so you can see. For yours, we're using QR codes for our production. You don't have to put in a QR codes. You can just put that the tickets for our show are free, or if you want to, you can make up a price. Remember, this is just an example. You don't have to, I would say use the show, but it doesn't have to be, you know, exactly what the correct details are for our show. It's just, as long as you're showing me these 7 things, the produced by, playwright, location, dates and times, publisher, title, cost, and where to buy, that's fine. And then you have your blank slide here where you will make your poster. And so you can change that to any color. You can add any pictures or images that you feel represent the show. If you need to add a text box, you can, of any size. And so again, you can resize, change the colors and font of the fonts, anything you want to do. Once you're done, you will go ahead. You should do this when you're done though, either and attach it here using search for it. And then you'll enter your exit ticket, which is, in your opinion, which of the 4 types of publicity do you think is the most important and why? Once you're done answering all questions, you've completed your poster. You can also send the poster to me by sharing it with your share button. Just forgot to mention that. But once you're done filling out your whole form, you'll click submit, and then that's it. You're done for the day. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, if you need help, you can always reach out to me on Google Classroom, Remind text message, or by popping in on our live sessions during the day. Well, that's it for today, everyone. Remember, today is a great day. You're in control of you. Every day is a great day to try your best. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.